Hi Sagittarius, welcome. This is Taurus Tarot, and I'm Joy, and we are getting an energy read for you, Sagittarius. And it is for the period whenever you find this video, and if it resonates with you, okay? So the first thing that we have here is the World, and this is pretty exciting. It feels like closure is coming in. It feels like closure. It feels like coming full circle and getting some closure. But it's important to remember that when one door closes, another door opens. And so I feel like there is something that is ending for you, and maybe it is actually, you know what I do feel it is this kind of this period of indecision, of not really knowing which way to move, which direction to move in, of kind of being in a state of like, what do I do next? There's this, there's that, but none of them really seem kind of all that interesting to me. And, I'm just kind of sitting here, just kind of waiting for some inspiration. But then at the same time, not really being aware of the flow of the universe trying to push you in a particular direction. Kind of being caught up a little bit in this feeling of just kind of like not really wanting to do anything almost. Maybe a little bit of depression, maybe a little bit of uncertainty, and kind of like being in that space and not really being able to see when you are being given little nudges. And so I feel like that's what's coming to an end for you. So that's something that is has kind of worked, it's an energy that has kind of worked its way through, and so it's kind of in this ending. And so you're almost like now you're starting kind of like this new period, right? And in this new period, I do feel like there is someone that is coming in, some kind of energy that is coming in for you that is really here to be a guide for you. So I just heard spirit guide, so it could be perhaps getting in touch with your spirit guide. It could be getting in touch with an old mentor or something like that. But I do feel some energy, some guidance kind of energy coming in, that offers you some guidance that moves you in a direction that you're excited about. And I'm not quite sure what that is. It could be a new job, it could be a new relationship, it could be a new mindset. But I definitely feel some movement towards something that you feel excited about, and that it's sparked by someone or some energy of a guide or a mentor or something like that. Yeah. But before that can happen, I feel like there is some balance that needs to take place. But this card here, the Three of Cups, often speaks of like celebration, right? Getting together with friends and stuff like that. But I'm feeling community from this card. And so I'm feeling like that there's some balance that needs to take place within your within like your circle. Okay, so not necessarily like the community that like you live in, right? Or your neighborhood, not so big, but more like your circle of friends and family and stuff like that. I feel like there's some balance that needs to happen within that. Something has to come together in that sense, before this energy, this guidance or mentor energy comes in. So I'm not quite sure what this is though, what this balance that needs to happen. It really could be I feel like it's something that is not necessarily that you are the center of, but because it's like your friends or family that's going through something, your inner circle that's going through something, I feel like it is affecting you in a way that you need to bring it into balance. So either that means, for example, it could be, parent lost a job, or, brother is going through a divorce, or something like that. And it's not necessarily something that you are going through, but because it is somebody who is close to you, somebody who's in your inner circle, you definitely feel affected by it. And so there's some balance that needs to come in with that. The thing is that we can't always own other people's stuff. We definitely want to feel empathy and compassion, have empathy and have compassion for them and what they are going through. But at the same time, energetically, we need to protect ourselves from becoming immersed in that energy, right? So definitely feeling compassionate, having empathy for the person, but not taking on that energy as if it were yours, okay? One, because you need to conserve your energy for moving forward, in the direction that brings you joy and brings you understanding and brings you, wisdom, or whatever it is, right? Brings you something that you can feel good and passionate about and move towards, yeah? So you do need to conserve your energy for that. And also, though, you don't want to take away anything from, the person in your circle who is experiencing something challenging, okay? Because it's theirs. It's theirs to own. And that may sound a little bit cruel to you, but it's not. The only way that we are, it's definitely good to have friends to count on, and you can definitely be a support for a friend or a family member who may be, going through something that they need to bring into balance. But your support has to be in a way that doesn't have you taking on something that doesn't belong to you, and kind of interfering with that person fully grasping and fully feeling what it is that they are challenged with, because we have to remember that when we are challenged with these things, they really are opportunities for us to learn and grow and evolve, right? So please remember that, Sagittarius. I don't know for why, but for whatever reason, that's something that is coming through as important for you. I'm getting the feeling right now that you're someone who may take on other people's stuff because you feel a sense of a duty, or a sense of, or you don't want to see friends or family suffering. None of us do, right? But taking it on yourself and carrying that energy in your being is not the way to help them, okay? So that's what I'm getting from this, which is really interesting because I know that this is usually a very happy card, but for whatever reason, this is simply speaking of community, and this is speaking of something being out of balance. And when I say community, I mean like your inner circle, right? Like your circle of friends or family, okay? So I think the focus here are these two energies right here. This is what is in the works for you, which is pretty exciting. The Queen of Wands energy is really this, passionate, exciting, yet nurturing, loving, kind, energy that is just really happy. You see this yellow here, and then the sunflower she's holding. There's just this, it's just communicating this energy of being really happy, and I just heard self-assured, and that is what's coming in with the closing of this energy. Okay, you have what's restarting for you, or what's starting up for you is this Queen of Wands energy, and what's closing and ending for you is this energy of kind of being like, you know, kind of neither here nor there, not really moving in any direction, feeling a little bit depressed, maybe even a little bit, you know. So yeah, so good stuff. So this is where you're at, Sag. Okay, it's good stuff for you. Alrighty, so that is what it is. You know, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more of these videos, you can subscribe. Alrighty, awesome. Aloha and Namaste.